Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round. And their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Hi, this is State Senator Carolyn Bozin. As a state senator, wife, and mom, I believe Lincoln is a great place to work and raise a family. My husband Reggie and I are local family business owners and actively involved in our community. Last year, I voted for the largest property tax relief package in Nebraska history. Property tax relief is important to every family, and I will continue to deliver more property tax relief to working families. This is Carolyn Bozin, and I am asking for your vote on May 14th. Paid for by Bozin for Legislature.
Hello?
Jan, it's Kay. Are you and Rich free for dinner tonight? I'm making pizza.
Sounds great. What time?
6 p.m.?
Sorry, can't do it. Wheel of Fortune is on and Rich won't miss it.
You're kidding.
Nope. He's seen every episode since 1975. He won't budge.
Listen, tell him if he comes, we'll buy him a bunch of Wheel of Fortune scratch tickets from the Nebraska Lottery.
Won't work. He has to see the show.
That's just it. Until July 30th, if Rich enters any non-winning $5 Wheel of Fortune scratch ticket online, he could win the ultimate fan trip to Los Angeles, including airfare and accommodations. He'll also win tickets to a live taping of Wheel of Fortune and get to spin the big wheel to win at least $2,000.
That might work. Could you do just one other thing?
Sure. What?
Could you write free spin and pepperoni on every other slice of pizza?
Why don't you just come at 7?
Wheel of Fortune top prize odds, 1 in 112,000.
Hey Husker fans, whether you're looking for some baseball gear, graduation gifts, or some new Husker apparel, Alumni Hall delivers your ultimate Husker shopping destination. Shop top brands like Adidas, Peter Millar, Columbia Golf, and more. Join the Alumni Hall Pass rewards, and for every $150 you spend, you'll earn $10 in reward bucks. Nebraska students and faculty and all military receive 10% off with every in-store purchase with ID. Come see us at Alumni Hall, P Street, South Point Pavilions, or alumnihall.com. Alumni Hall, it's where Huskers shop.
Enrique Alvarez Clary, a.k.a. Rico, here for The Body Shop. What do you give someone who does so much for you every day? Well, I know what I did for my wife as an early Mother's Day gift. I got her a massage from The Body Shop. Her first ever massage was amazing. Her words, not mine. The deep tissue massage literally melted the stress away and left her feeling refreshed and fully relaxed afterwards. Get the special woman in your life the gift of a massage. Book one today at thebodyshoplincoln.com. The Body Shop at 48th and A.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and it's truck month at Koppel, and we want to sell them all. Choose between 0.9% APR or as much as $8,000 off list price. Yes, you heard right. That's 0.9% APR or as much as $8,000 off list on select new GMC and Chevrolet inventory. So please make that money-saving drive to Koppel in Louisville or check us out online at koppelcars.com. Glad you did. All deals with approved credit, must trade and finance.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The Electrical Workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today. Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, some patchy fog possible this morning. Otherwise, we'll see sunny skies and the high around 77. Tonight, a chance of showers. Otherwise, mainly clear with the low near 54. And tomorrow, a chance of showers and storms throughout the day. See a high around 72. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fleck for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. ATK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Welcome to The Drive with AD Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Brought to you by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday. The first hour is proudly sponsored by Sandhills Global. Sandhills Global is looking to fill hundreds of openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Career and internship opportunities are available at the global headquarters in Lincoln. Apply today at sandhills.jobs. Got it. Boom. Good morning, guys. How is everyone?
Morning, man. It's going to be back. AG, what's happening, man?
Nothing much. How y'all doing?
Good, man. Good. On this sunny Tuesday morning. AG, did you guys final deal is when this week for school?
This is it. So Friday is it. So I'm already home because my classes are done. Finals are done. All the events that my students planned out completed last Friday. So
nice.
Texas, baby. Houston, home.
When's it start getting muggy there?
It's there already. It's already muggy. We've been the last 2 days since I've been back, thunderstorms and high winds. So it's been that southern humid Texas weather going on, which you can still go outside. It's just going to be a little wet, a little muggy, a little wet. That's it. Nothing I'm not used to so far.
I don't personally mind. Let me throw that back a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Let me take that back a little bit. The only thing, because my one sister lives in Gainesville, the other one in Tallahassee. Very similar weather to where you at in Houston.
Correct.
To where you hop out the shower and it's like, okay, I need another shower from the shower.
Don't put no lotion on.
Yeah, you don't need a lotion.
I learned that when I got here the first time when I played for the Texans back in 07 and 08. I got out the shower the first time. It only took one time. Got the shower, and coming from Wisconsin, Nebraska, being used to having the lotion up with the lather up with the lotion. I did that. Went outside. I'm like, okay, can't do that again. Don't go to the Massengale and lather it with lotion. No, I'm good. Don't need to do that. Everything was drenched and wet and like I had practice already. I'm like, wait a minute, what is going on? Oh, humidity. There you go. Don't have that in Wisconsin this time of year. So,
hey, but you know what though, AG, on your muscles and your joints, it feels. I mean that humidity in that warmer weather, I mean, you loosen up a lot easier.
Oh yeah, it feels great. That's why a lot of old people are in Florida right now, in Texas, in parts of Texas.
Absolutely. My pops, man, would leave. He'd leave in like right after the holidays, just after my mom had passed, and he'd go and stay with my sisters. He'd stay maybe like a week, or he'd like stay a week with my sister Michelle. Then he'd go down to Tallahassee, spend a week with Michelle, and they'd just go back and forth because it was so much easier on his joints and his bones.
Great game planning right there for Pops. Yes. He knew what he was doing. That's what my mother-in-law and her husband, they come down here and then they go to Florida. So
Yep.
I can't wait till I get to that age. Oh my God.
I do not want to spend. I'm put it this way. I will not spend winters in Nebraska when I'm getting older. I will not.
I love my state.
Years later, hits winter.
Yeah, I'll be out. Yeah, like I said, I'll stay here during the other seasons, but wintertime, I want to be on even the holidays though. Even the holidays. I like to be festive, but then after the 26, ghost on the first thing smoking out of this joker, man. Come back about late April.
Hallelujah, holla back. I'm out.
So AG says he's not going to be moving back to Green Bay anytime soon, is what he's saying.
No. You couldn't milk me. Now, if you gave me the head coaching job at Green Bay, that's the only way you get me back in Wisconsin.
Yeah. The head coach or the GM.
Right. Give me the GM or it's not GM or the team president, because Mark Murphy, he may be retiring soon. So that's it. That's the only way you get me back in Wisconsin.
Oh, I don't blame you, man. Them winters was way too brutal up there.
They brutal, man. When you watch the news during the wintertime, and when the news anchor, not a medical professional, but a news professional or weather professional, tells you do not go outside with uncovered skin more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, bro.
During the months of December and January and February, it's a problem.
It's a problem.
It just doesn't add up. It's like, what am I doing here? You ask yourself that question.
Yeah, let me ask the text line. Do you prefer, because there's different? There's the thing about Raff. There are some people, and Raff,
I love it.
I'm not saying you love cold weather, but you'll be rocking shorts. I'll be like, I don't know how you do it. When we play in the fall, I mean, like we play some chilly golf.
Well, if it's 50 degrees or over, no wind.
That's a football thing too. Like,
man,
come the winter, like it's not that I don't like. I know I don't like it, but I can put on. I will wear my shorts from the truck to the locker room and flip flops. Brett did it. Everybody did it because we know we're changing. It's just a quick walk. It's a quick walk from our car to the locker room. It's a quick 2-minute walk. Not even 2 minutes. It's like boom, you're in there.
You're right.
And then you're right back in the car going home to get into another warm place. So
I'm still wearing moon boots.
We're
doing hoodies, we're doing shorts, and we're in and out. So
I can't stand the wind. If there's no wind and it's like 45 degrees out,
that's a good day. That's a good day. I call that a crisp. That's a crisp day.
But once it's 45 and windy, then it's game over. Then
I'm out. Like, what are we doing? Like, why am I walking outside right now? That's what you question yourself.
David Freehoff says, "Good morning, brother." He goes, "Can't be ashy. Need the Vaseline on my skin." Vaseline is one thing. In the winter, I couldn't do Vaseline in the summertime, though.
I couldn't do it ever. I'm like, I didn't get the Vaseline. I thought that was too thick. Like, it's way too thick. To put on your skin any time of year. I'm like, man, that insulates everything too much.
I'll say this: I'm kind of weird. I either want it really hot out, so like 80 or above, or I'm like, give me 32 and snow. Anything in between? No, don't like.
I'm out. I'm out.
No,
I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you, Josh, on the 80. I'm with you there for it. That's it.
Just move to Florida.
That's why he's bouncing. Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
Text line, let us know. Do you prefer the heat? Or do you prefer the cold? We ain't get to the air conditioner heater argument again because we'll get confused.
Well, we got in Seattle when I was in Seattle for those 2 years. The great thing there was it was no humidity in the whole state.
Right.
Well, in half of the state.
Yeah,
west of the Cascade in the part of the state half going west of the Cascade Mountains. Mm-hmm. No house had an AC unit. You could just open the windows in the summertime.
That's a trip, man.
Amazing. I was like, oh my God. So I'm looking at my bill for power and everything is going, it's low, no state taxes. And I could just open the window and feel great about my life.
I feel great about my life.
I was like, this is awesome. I was like, really? I remember the realtor came pick this up and we're driving around like Lake Washington area where the facility used to be. And I'm walking in the house, and I didn't even take notice of it. She mentioned it. She said, "Oh, by the way, most homes in Washington State do not have AC units because there's no humidity in the summertime," which is a fact. I was like, "Oh," because I thought about all those times I heard my mom and dad complaining about the bills. Like, God dang it, this bill, rat. I'm like, okay. One less bill we got to worry about there. Appreciate you, Mother Nature.
You know what? I'm looking at the map now. I flew into Yakima.
Yakima.
And I spoke in a few little towns in that area. We're in Yakima, a little small airport. Mm-hmm. And man, what you're saying, dude, it's major contrast between Yakima and even Seattle. You know what I'm saying? It's just that, just the temperatures, everything else was just totally different. Yakima's more he's talking about, towards the western part of the state, but beautiful state. Real quick, y'all, want to give a shout out. Got to give out. She listens to us every morning, man. Latoya Brown, Toya Poo Poo. We call her Poo Poo back in the day. Latoya Brown's listening. Her whole family, thoughts and prayers to them. We'll get more of that later. But shout out to Latoya, lifelong. She's like our little sister, man. In fact, when she was little, you guys, she started acting up. Her dad, her late father, Mr. Brown, would say, "Toya started acting up. You told her to bring her behind home."
Yeah. You don't want that.
Ahman, she couldn't go nowhere without me, Cedric, Akam, all her brothers, big boys watching her, all her brother friends watching her. But Latoya, man, love you, sis. She's a loyal listener, man. Prayers to their family right now.
She knows who I am.
Yeah.
There it is.
Folks, we got a full show for you today. We got a lot of, there's some changes around the Big Ten as far as basketball goes. Even there's a lot of changes going on in Nebraska football right now, too, man. Some great signings that took place there. NBA action, of course. Raff mentioned, man, you said Adam Schefter's got some news, too.
Yep.
Just
breaking
even
games, left and right.
on the games, too. So, folks, we'll be right back. It's The Drive, 93.7 a ticket on this Tuesday. Ride with us.
Spring in Nebraska brings green grass and warmer weather, but it also brings severe storms which can cause damage to your home. Meadowlark Exterior specializes in hail, storm, and wind damage restoration, as well as roofing, siding, and gutters for commercial or residential buildings. Meadowlark Exteriors focuses on fine craftsmanship and proves that in their attention to detail. They offer free roof inspections and estimates and insurance claim assistance, serving the Lincoln and Omaha surrounding areas. Call today at 402-875-2956 or go to meadowlarkexteriors.com.
Hey, Husker fans, whether you're looking for some baseball gear, graduation gifts, or some new Husker apparel, Alumni Hall delivers your ultimate Husker shopping destination. Shop top brands like Adidas, Peter Millar, Columbia Golf, and more. Join the Alumni Hall Pass rewards, and for every $150 you spend, you'll earn $10 in reward bucks. Nebraska students and faculty and all military receive 10% off with every in-store purchase with ID. Come see us at Alumni Hall, P Street, South Point Pavilions, or alumnihall.com. Alumni Hall, it's where Huskers shop.
Do you need motivation to get to the gym on the weekend or even in general? Tune into the Movement Hour each Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. Movement Academy owner Robert Kuhlman will host the show as he introduces new ways to stay in shape. The Movement Hour every Saturday morning from 10 to 11 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, I'm Senator Bo Ballard. I was born and raised in Lancaster County, learning the value of hard work and grit at a young age. I built my own company, creating jobs right here in our community. I know that families and businesses in our community need lower taxes, lower cost of healthcare, and a great education. That's why, as your senator, I helped pass the largest tax cut and made the most significant investment in education in Nebraska history and worked to reduce the cost of healthcare. I'm Senator Bo Ballard, and I humbly ask for your vote on May 14th. Paid for by Ballard for Nebraska.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Do you love turning wrenches? Are you looking for a new career path? Acres Equipment has the opportunity for you. The Acres Fast Track program trains you to become a John Deere certified technician in just 12 months. In the Fast Track program, you'll earn full-time wages along with incredible benefits, free tools in a toolbox, plus free comprehensive health insurance and an awesome retirement plan. Visit acres.com/careers to learn more about this exciting opportunity. Hurry, space is limited, so apply today and fast track your career. Acres is an equal opportunity employer.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road. You can get diesel anywhere. But what about Atomic Diesel? That comes from Stern. Atomic Diesel is your solution to all your cold weather problems. Prevent clogged fuel filters, increase your fuel economy, and save money with Atomic Diesel. Contact Roger at Stern today by calling 1-800-477-2744 to see how Atomic Diesel and the rest of their line of fuels and lubricants can keep your operation running at max capacity.
Scissors and Scotch has opened their Lincoln location at 30th and Yankee Hill. Don't settle for an ordinary haircut. Go above and beyond at Scissors and Scotch. Scissors and Scotch provides your classic haircut service with optional membership discounts. From now until June 6th, Scissors and Scotch is offering the Founders Reserve Special for those who want massive savings. Learn more or book your appointment by visiting scissorsandscotch.com or check out Scissors and Scotch's brand new location at 30th and Yankee Hill.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for our 12th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an inclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, we're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Old School with DP&J.
Very small percentage of players, coaches, administrators thinking like, I'm planting my flag here. Nick Saban's run probably won't happen. It takes a very unique person and personality to be comfortable where you are, be strong enough to push to get what you need, and then also be very strong enough in a player's standpoint to advocate for yourself at the right time.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday. Looking like a good day outside. A little sunny out, not as gloomy as yesterday. We'd be good. We also got a couple birthdays today. I know we're not in history yet, but head gymnastics, women's gymnastics coach Heather Brink, today is her birthday.
Happy birthday to Heather.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, H. We won't say
Happy
your age
birthday.
on here. I do know what it is. So happy birthday. And then another birthday, I'm throwing it out there, to Mr. Hizzlebear, one of our texture inners.
Oh, Hizzy, good birthday.
Hizzlebear, it's your
Hizzlebear.
birthday. Happy birthday, Hizzlebear.
I like it.
Great name.
Like, happy birthday to you, Hizzlebear, man. Hope it's a great one for you. So a few on the text line. Mark from Cook was saying coach football in Florida, discovered boxer briefs, Gold Bond, and Aquabar.
Yes. Hey, facts. I love the boxer briefs. I love
good discoveries, man. Big B. Good morning, Jesus. I travel out of Lincoln for my work. I go clear up to North Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, down through Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana. See all the weather every year, and really Lincoln is pretty temperate as of late.
Yeah.
It is, man.
It
Big
is.
B, safe
It
travels to you, brother. Aaron says 70, 75 degrees all year, and I'd be set. I'd be set. Joe B, what's up, brother? He says winter is the greatest. Joe B. Love ice fishing in my shanty in Minnesota, my favorite time of the year. Keep growing, Joe B. Nothing wrong with that, man.
I respect it.
Absolutely.
I respect it, but I'm out.
They also like ice hockey too.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
that.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
I'll definitely read some more of these later, but real quick, Gator says the best weather is when you can wear a sweatshirt or a t-shirt and not be cold or hot. Somewhere in the 70s, maybe upper 60s is prime. I agree with you on that, man.
Money.
I agree with you.
Money.
AG, Raff, Josh, lot of news took place. And real quick, give a shout out to my man CC. I'm not going to read what he texted on the line, but Charlie Cologne, man, owner here at Chick-fil-A in town, just a good dude, man. Always got some words of wisdom. He's tuning in now. He's getting right. Charlie Cologne, love you, brother. Appreciate you. And we'll definitely connect again, man. Appreciate the wise words as always, dear brother. Appreciate you, CC. Love you, bro. A lot of changes. I think I said a lot of changes, major change. Women's coach, Lisa Bluter, Iowa basketball coach. I know you guys talked about it on the spillover as well, Raff. Did that shock you at all? Raff, did that shock you? AG, what'd you think about Bluter choosing to retire after 24 years at the helm of Iowa women's basketball? Were you shocked by it?
At first, I was not, because Caitlin Clark leaving, you lost arguably probably the best player in probably the history of college basketball. You made 2 runs to the Final Four, played in the championship game 2 years. So I'm like, okay, call it a career. But then you went and you looked at her recruiting class, and she has a 5-star recruit coming in from California. And I was like, that's strange. Usually you kind of, so I guess I'm a little bit surprised.
AG, what about you, my man?
I would say I was a tad bit surprised. I mean, not much, because
there we go.
Yeah, you got me?
Yes, sir. We got you.
All right. So yeah, just I say I probably right down the middle. It was like not really surprised, but not surprised at all. Only because no one, seeing coaches retire, not just from basketball, right? It was a lot of women's coaches retiring. Just last month, we had Tara Vanderveer that coached at Stanford for 38 years. She called it quits too. But then you had from football, you had Nick Saban, right? And and looking at the landscape, like Raff mentioned, she has a 5-star recruit on the roster for coming in for this 2025 or 2024-2025 season. And it's like, I wonder what you're thinking. And maybe it could be somewhere in the neighborhood of having to deal with the new landscape of college sports, right? Dealing with the transfer portals, dealing with NIL, and just understanding that whole process. And when you don't have the players that make it real easy for you to coach, like a Caitlin Clark, like the players she's had over the past several years, then it kind of contemplates to a coach, you know what, it might be this time. And even I read a little bit more about she wants to be close to her. She wants to get home, be around her husband a little bit more in these times. She's 63 years old. So as we know, those days with family and friends, close friends, are more important sometimes than what you do as a job. And you got to look at that and sometimes focus in on that, on what's really important in life.
AG, I completely agree, concur with that, man. She spent 24 years at Iowa. The last 8 years, she won 20 games, at least 20 games each for the last 8 seasons. 38 last year before, 39 this year. She was 262 and 145 in the Big Ten Conference. I tell you what, 528 and 254 overall. She had a heck of a career. And like you mentioned, AG, you when's enough? You start wondering when's enough. You're 63 years old, and as you know, at that level, AG, there was a lot of time you spent away from friends and family for a large part of the year. Even when you were off, you still had to be training to be at the play at that level, to coach at that level for that long. And so I applaud her, man. At 63, just says, I'm done,
Or maybe she just knows there's the big red powerhouse of Bruin, and that's about it, taking over the Big Ten.
I love it. I say, well, then the good thing about this changeover, no more. The good thing about this changeover, assistant coach Jen Jensen comes in and continues what she already has supplanted and built that foundation up for those 24 years, right? So you have somebody that's been on the staff with her at 2 stints. She was with Coach Bluter at Drake and now at Iowa for 24 years. So she knows exactly Bluter's philosophy, how she recruits, how she talks to players, how she coaches players, how she talks to families to make sure their kids are going into a good situation when they come to Iowa City to play college basketball.
Yep, absolutely. There, like you said, AG and Raff and Sip and Jake kind of echoed that, in that Iowa, you're going to see this very same look. Because as Sip said, she was a very active assistant coach. She wasn't one of those you didn't know who she was. No,
always right at her side.
Absolutely. So Lisa Jen, she'll do a great job there at Iowa and continue there. So best of luck to Lisa Bluter post-retirement, etc. Also, last night, Rav and AG and Nick, I'm just thinking Nick. Josh, I want you to give us the rundown. Well, Nick was in Omaha too. But Josh, tell us what went down. Lincoln Southwest goes into two extra, right? Have a shootout. Two of them. Lincoln Southwest, a big shout out to the Southwest girls soccer team, state champions. They upset Pius the 10th last night, and it seemed like an amazing. In fact, I was watching the news, and they still were going on. Josh, tell us about it, man. Tell us about the game.
Oh, it was super exciting. Also, I just want to give a shout out in the first game to Gretna East's Senor Delfini. 55 goals on the season with postseason play. It's an all-class record. It's an all-state record. So
I wouldn't want to defend her.
I mean, yeah,
I
truly.
would not want to defend her.
Yeah, no, it was. They got that. She got the 6th goal last night. So Gretna East won Class B 6-1. So shout out to them. But in the Southwest Pius game, it was truly knotted. It felt like a lot of team, they were trying to play a little conservative, right? A feel-out process at that start of the game. So when Southwest keeper, she got the ball at her feet. She took it out to about the edge of the box, went to go boot it. It didn't go that far, ended up going right over to Pius the 10th. They capitalized as the keeper was about 18 yards away from the net, out. So that was the first goal. So then you're in literally the 80th minute, because only 80 minutes in high school soccer.
Right.
And it's a free kick from about, 30, 35 yards out. So the keeper for Pius is going up for the ball. A couple of the backliners as well are next to her, because you obviously want to kind of build a fort around the goaltender or keeper. It seemed like the backliner wanted to go for the header and then hesitated when the keeper thought she was going to make contact. So complete miscommunication. I don't know if I've ever seen a moment like that in a high school sporting event. I mean, you're talking less than a minute to go. You're down 1-0. And off of a free kick that just gets by everybody. It was pretty unreal. And then overtime wasn't really too intense. I thought each team controlled the pace a little more. I thought Southwest controlled the pace in the first overtime, 10 minutes. Pius controlled it a little more in the second overtime of 10 minutes. But then we went to PKs, and it was exhilarating. Everybody gravitated toward one end. It was the right end of, I think it's Morrison Stadium. And I think it was 6-5 in PKs, but they just kept going. Each keeper made a couple of saves. And I remember I had the audio right there. I was standing as the keeper made the final save, and she had some time before the team ran over and just looked up, head in her hands. I think she said, "Oh my God." And just to be in that moment right there when no one else was there, that was super cool.
You got the audio? Let's play it right now. No,
I'll carry the big circle thing. I'll bring that in.
Holy blank.
Heard a lot of beeps.
Beep, beep. It's kind of funny sometimes, because like during a football game, like we'll be working the Husker games, and sometimes like I'll shy away toward the bench, and I'll hear a coach or something after not approving a call. And that's kind of interesting. But I trust the audio people. They don't put that stuff through. Otherwise, I wouldn't have a job right now. So,
that trip to Florida be cut short. Josh, we thought about it again.
You're out.
So big shout out to Lincoln Southwest girls stamping their name and taking this year's state championship. Of course, Lloyd Williams' daughter's on that team as well. So it was good to see the picture of him and Coach Williams. When I had a picture with them on Twitter last night. So congrats to all those girls, Lincoln Southwest, winning the state championship this year in soccer. And you also, Gretna East was one of the Class B, right?
Yep, they won 6-1.
Absolutely. And maybe even see if we can get Nick in here later on to see what today's action is.
We got more baseball today. I know he's got 4 games again today.
He's got a busy one today.
I saw East defeated Lincoln Southwest 2-0 yesterday, so they stay in the winner's bracket. But yeah, we were talking on this spillover. Hillman, Austin, they're doing a heck of a job calling the games up there.
Well done for those guys, man. Big shout out to Nick and Austin Orman, our very own, bringing you the 2023-24 baseball state championships. And it's the weather looks like it's going to be beautiful today too, man. Great day for baseball. Well, folks, we got AG holding it down in H-Town. We got me and Raff here, along with Josh on the ones and twos, holding down for the mothership here on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Folks, when we come back, we got some history to discuss and a lot of Husker football to discuss, too. There was a big signing that took place over the weekend, and there was another young man that enjoyed his trip here, so we'll see what goes on. Does Matt Rule and company keep this hot streak alive? And signings, we'll discuss that when we come back. It's The Drive, 93.7 A Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
I'll do the Caesar salad.
And for you, sir?
I'd like to buy a vowel. Excuse me? Sorry. He's just excited about the Nebraska Lottery's Wheel of Fortune promotion.
Is there a W?
Snap out of it.
Oh, sorry, Vanna.
Hannah?
Right. I'd like to solve the puzzle.
He'll have the Caesar salad, too.
Enter any non-winning $5 Wheel of Fortune scratch ticket online for a chance to win a trip to Los Angeles, tickets to a Wheel of Fortune taping, and at least $2,000. Wheel of Fortune top prize odds, 1 in 112,000.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today. Looking for a job that feels like family? Join Lincoln Industries, where tradition meets innovation. They're a family-owned, privately held manufacturing company with a passion for excellence and a commitment to their community. They have openings on all shifts at both the main plant and air park facilities, offering flexibility to fit your schedule. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, there's a place for you there. At Lincoln Industries, they invest in their people's success, providing opportunities for growth and advancement. Apply now and become a part of something special at Lincoln Industries. 93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting lincolnteammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Soulful Casino in Havelock is a family-owned business, providing incredible food and service that'll have you craving more with every bite. Soulful Casino offers everything from pulled pork to fried chicken, catfish, ribs, and even quesadillas. You want sides? They've got them. From fries, green beans and baked beans, to collard greens, potato salad, and sweet dill corn. Stop by for lunch as they have specials Tuesday through Friday from 11 to 2 p.m. That's Soulful Casino, located where every bite you take fills the soul. If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and it's truck month at Koppel. We want to sell them all. Choose between 0.9% APR or as much as $8,000 off list price. Yes, you heard right. That's 0.9% APR or as much as $8,000 off list on select new GMC and Chevrolet inventory. So please make that money-saving drive to Koppel in Louisville or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit must trade and finance.
Far too many kids in our community face extreme challenges due to homelessness, abuse, and neglect. Despite the troubles these kids face, we believe in them, believe in giving them the safety and stability they deserve. Your gift Give to Lincoln Day will help us provide services to meet kids where they're at, while also showing them how far they can go. Please make your gift to Cedars on Give to Lincoln.
Back to the finish line with Bree Fansteel and Jake. Now back to the drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday. It is beautiful outside. Oh, yeah. AG, will there be more Dig Dug history today?
No, we got you. We got you in. We'll find something hopefully sooner or later. But yeah, we didn't cover. We covered Dig Dug yesterday, man. We can't have Dig Dug every day.
Every day for me is Dig Dug. You got to know that right now.
Yeah, we definitely got to do something. When I get back in town in June, and then definitely for the fall, I'm gonna talk to my guys, Regulus at Gamer Room or Dial Up Games now, and get you some Dig Dug necessities.
Yes,
for the Dig Dug fan there.
Now we're talking.
Oh,
AG,
man.
you got any history for us today?
I do. You go first, though, my man.
Okay, all right. I'll go first. On this day in 1967, Mickey Mantle hit his 500th career home run. Old number 7.
Mickey Mantle. I remember the old Mickey Mantle baseball gloves, man. Back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
The Mickey Mantle baseball gloves, the bats. What else you got, big dog?
Oh, what else do I got? 1981, the 35th NBA championship. Larry Bird wins his first championship with the Boston Celtics, 4-2 over the Houston Rockets. And I believe that was at the parade where he gets up on stage in Boston and he goes, "There's only one place I'd rather be, French Lick."
Larry Bird would do something like that.
Yeah, he would. In Husker history, 1929, Dr. George Flippin, trailblazing star from Nebraska football in the early 1890s, dies in Stromsburg, Nebraska, where he was a doctor, by the way, at age 61 after a 5-month illness. Dr. George Flippin, AG, paved the way for all African-American football players. He was the first one to play in Nebraska, man. Dr. George Flippin. I always remember his picture. He got that, that fine wavy hair with the part going right down the middle, bruh. 1929. So, yeah, 1890s played for the Huskers in passed away in 1929, played for the Huskers in the 1890s, man. The history behind, when you get some downtime, research George Flippin. I mean, just remarkable history, the things he went through. And Raff reminds me of at Iowa State.
Yep, George Trice.
George Trice. And Ahman, we had
Jack Trice.
Trice.
We had George on the show. Yeah.
Raff, AG, we had George Trice, who was Jack Trice, because you had Jack Trice Stadium there at Iowa State in Ames. And I remember on my recruiting trip there, man, them giving me a little bit of the history of Jack Trice. And they didn't play Minnesota again for years because of what took place in that game. He died shortly. I mean, just thinking some of the hits, the brutality he took during that, the times that they didn't play Minnesota for years after that. But the letter he wrote to his lady was just powerful. And we had his cousin, just long history cousin, that came on the show that called into the show at our old studio, George Trice. And just remarkable history, a lot of lineage. It makes you realize, regardless of what race you are, just the sacrifices that those guys and gals made before, and just a respective sports, man. So George Flippin was definitely in that era, our very own Jack Trice, if you would, for Nebraska. AG, what you got, my man?
I got a couple games going on here, man. That's great news. Great information experience about Jack Trice there. But I got one game that's a popular game today, but I didn't realize how long this game has been around. Since May 14, 1998, a game called Guilty Gear was released, and it's a fighting game that is still very popular today. And it has the characters are all basically science. They've been augmented into superhumans, and they all beat each other up. Their DNA has been spliced and experimented by the scientists in the game and
created about 20 fighters that all fight against each other in a tournament that is organized every year in the game. And the game is a very popular, I say FGC game, so fighting game, community game that is out there today. And then the next game, and I'm pretty sure if Nick was in, I was pretty sure he knew either. No, he wasn't even around when this game was out. But it was EA Sports EA Sports Triple Play. 1998 baseball game came out. I had this game. I played it a lot, and they got a two-way athlete on the cover too. Brian Jordan, if you remember, he played for the Braves and for the Cardinals and for the Atlanta Falcons as well. So was actually team. I think he might have been teammates with. No, he wasn't with team. Deion was a Cowboy by then, so he wouldn't have saw that. But that game came out May 14th in 1997. So there you go.
1997. Well, this is not really history, but it's kind of history because it's past. But big shout out to Coach Justin Clare. That was another great year for the track team. Husker men's teams ran away with the Big Ten title, indoor track, and the women came in outdoor track. Women came in second. So big shout out to the men's women's track teams. The men win the Big Ten championship, and the women come in second. So football players Jalen Lloyd and Jeremiah Charles, they both helped the track program. Lloyd finished fourth in the long jump, and Charles finished sixth in the triple jump. Which as we all, AG, being a track star that you are, man, all those points count in all those events. You were rooting for the people, the shot put, the high jump, the triple jump, long jump, etc. Because all those points cumulatively, they add up for those titles to win those things, man.
Oh yeah, Coach would have me, hey, AG, Ahman, go do long jump, go get second or third. I'm like, really? He said, you want me to go do that? Okay.
Hey, Ahman, here's the javelin. Just throw it.
Just throw it. Place third. Get those. What's that? But third place was what? Let's see. First place was 10. Second was 8. So 6 points. I get my 6 points. Everything counts towards the end. That's what he would say. Everything counts towards the end. I'm like, I know that. I know how to count.
Good enough to have fun.
Yeah, I know how to count, Coach. That's all right. All right, here we go. I'm on jumping today. I didn't know I had that on the schedule.
Oh man! Big shout out to the teams, men's, women's track teams that took care of business with that. Folks, when we come back, there's a signing that took place this past weekend. It was a big one and also Raff and AG and Josh, a very early one too.
Yep.
It shows you in Nebraska. We'll discuss that when we come back. A few little texts as well to read on the way out. Dustin in Lake Alfred, what's up, my man? He says, as someone who hails from Nebraska, I will take the heat and humidity all day. Takes a few minutes to cool off in the AC. Can take all day to warm up in the winter. You are spot on, my man. You are spot on with that. Chase B, good morning to you as well, brother. Hope you're having a great one, man.
Oh, I forgot. It's Gronk's birthday today. I bet he's having a party.
Oh, man. He's going hard in the paint.
Yeah.
Doesn't know no other speed.
35 years old. Rob Gronkowski.
Oh, he's a baby.
He's a baby. Today, I guarantee it.
He's a baby. He's going to go hard. He's probably either somewhere in Europe or in Vegas right now.
Oh, definitely. And another birthday shout out to Coach Hunt there at Malcolm. You better be listening right now, Coach Hunt.
Oh, dang.
All right.
You better be.
Throwing it out. We're throwing it out there. We're throwing it to break. Just the drive. 92.7 The Ticket.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in May. Try their brand new cake batter cream cheese on any breakfast sandwich. Also, enjoy a new energy fusion drink with a variety of flavors and carrot cake muffins with cream cheese frosting. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
Grandma and Grandpa, Mom and Dad, then the kids, and now the grandkids. Judson Irrigation has provided lawn sprinkler system design, installation, repair, and service to 4 generations. They're just like members of the family. Loyalty, trust, service. It's what you deserve and expect from Judson Irrigation.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Hi, I'm Senator Bo Ballard. I was born and raised in Lancaster County, learning the value of hard work and grit at a young age. I built my own company, creating jobs right here in our community. I know that families and businesses in our community need lower taxes, lower cost of healthcare, and a great education. That's why, as your senator, I helped pass the largest tax cut and made the most significant investment in education in Nebraska history and worked to reduce the cost of healthcare. I'm Senator Bo Ballard, and I humbly ask for your vote on May 14th. Paid for by Ballard for Nebraska.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Do you need motivation to get to the gym on the weekend or even in general? Tune into the Movement Hour each Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. Movement Academy owner Robert Kuhlman will host the show as he introduces new ways to stay in shape. The Movement Hour every Saturday morning from 10 to 11 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, some patchy fog possible this morning. Otherwise, we'll see sunny skies and a high around 77. Tonight, a chance of showers, otherwise mainly clear with a low near 54. And tomorrow, a chance of showers and storms throughout the day. See a high around 72. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is area race announcer James Rowland. Join me and Bree Fansteel every Sunday night from 7 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket for The Finish Line, where we cover all things motorsports from local racing to racing around the world. Every Sunday night from 7 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives.
Hey, Husker fans, whether you're looking for some baseball gear, graduation gifts, or some new Husker apparel, Alumni Hall delivers your ultimate Husker shopping destination. Shop top brands like Adidas, Peter Millar, Columbia Golf, and more. Join the Alumni Hall Hall Pass rewards, and for every $150 you spend, you'll earn $10 in reward bucks. Nebraska students and faculty and all military receive 10% off with every in-store purchase with ID. Come see us at Alumni Hall, P Street, South Point Pavilions, or alumnihall.com. Alumni Hall, it's where Huskers shop. Scissors and Scotch has opened their Lincoln location at 30th and Yankee Hill. Don't settle for an ordinary haircut. Go above and beyond at Scissors and Scotch. Scissors and Scotch provides your classic haircut service with optional membership discounts. From now until June 6th, Scissors and Scotch is offering the Founders Reserve Special for those who want massive savings. Learn more or book your appointment by visiting scissorsscotch.com or check out Scissors and Scotch's brand new location at 30th and Yankee Hill.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations. Guess what?
What?
There's 5 Lincoln locations now. Oh my gosh. That's 25% more Lincoln locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11th, located right alongside 93.7 The Ticket Studios, 1040 O Street.
At Doane University, we build leaders. And that means your success and achievements come first.
At Doane University, your future is uniquely yours. And our world-class liberal arts education is just the beginning.
We invite you to schedule your campus visit and experience why Doane University will start you on your journey to your future career.
Learn more by scheduling your personal campus visit today at doane.edu/visit. See you soon.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Welcome to The Drive with AD Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0. And bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches
college football history. We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. Hour 2 is proudly sponsored by Doors Plus. If your garage door needs maintenance or you need an entirely new garage door, give Cameron Hall and his team a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus is locally owned and handles everything from residential or commercial garage doors, garage door openers, safety tune-ups, or custom design. Visit DoorsPlusLLC.com to learn more. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more. And oh my goodness, that Nebraska football helmet was a little snug. I tried to copy off you, AG. Instead of putting on the leather helmet, I put on the real helmet. And
oh, how'd that work out for you?
It's snug.
I feel like my headache right now.
Yeah. I'm okay, though. I got some pictures taken, so we're good.
There you go. There you go.
Hizzle Bear, on this day in 86, I was released from my mother.
Hey, that's a good one. That's classic right there. That's genius. Genius.
That's history right there.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Folks, there's a lot going on in Nebraska football. Also, a few more shout-outs on the text line. Joe B, what's happening? Shout out to the new Mr. and Miss Chase Barton. They got married Saturday. Congratulations to Mr. and Miss Chase Barton. Congratulations to you.
Congrats.
Absolutely. Appreciate that. You guys,
is he still gonna be able to go to hockey games? That's
yeah,
the
Chase
question.
B. Chase B. Congrats to you, man.
So much for season tickets.
And hopefully the wife is a hockey fan. There you go.
Yeah, he may have met her there. Maybe may have met her at the Icebox, man.
Oh, I never thought about that.
Yeah. Mr. and Miss Chase B. Congrats to you both on your wedding on Saturday, and the best of luck and blessings to you guys for many years ahead, man. Many years ahead. Speaking of luck, Nebraska hopefully we got some good luck when we signed in a big quarterback recruit, TJ Lateef. Raff, AG, I know Raff, you've looked at him on tape a little bit. AG, have you had a chance to look at him? Because I've had a chance to look at him.
I looked at him and I like him. I just know for scrambling purposes, he has a couple of times where he didn't just get down and slide, right? He took the hit. And for a college coach, for any coach at any level, when your quarterback likes to scramble or can scramble, one thing is, get to the ground or get out of bounds and be smart about it. We got running backs for that. We got tight ends and wide receivers to take those hits. But in terms of pocket presence, being, drop step or taking steps back and throwing the ball, finding his receivers, what I do like and what he understands already about throwing against a zone defense, he allows his receiver to get past that next level, that first level of a cover 2 or maybe a cover 3 linebacker sitting there. He lets them get past there and then knows how to get the ball just enough over the linebacker or the defensive, the corner on the left or right side's hands to get the ball completed to his receiver.
Raff, he's out of an AG. That the analogy brought on is spot on, man. He's a 2025 recruit out of Lutheran High School, Orange County, California. Not too far from you grew up, AG. Raff, you've seen him on tape. You like to break down just how he reads. Can he throw the tree? What stood out on tape to you about him?
He's really good at getting the ball downfield, and he's very accurate. He's won competitions for his accuracy. With his running, he's not like how do you say he's not running is not his first option. He's a thrower. However, if he needs, like AG said, if he needs to get out of the pocket, if he needs to get outside, needs to pick up the 3rd and 6th, he has that ability.
Yes, he does.
You kind of see where Nebraska's going with their quarterback recruits right now. I mean, you're getting those guys that throw her first, but also have that ability to get around, move around in the pocket, slide around in the pocket. Like Dylan, he has that ability. Running's not his first option, but if he has to get out of the pocket or throw, running sideways, whatever, he has that ability to him. And I see the same with TJ Lateef.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ball zips out of his hand, right? And that's something you don't see with a lot of quarterbacks, and that could contribute to a good downfield game. a lot of guys, and we saw it last year, are kind of hucking that ball over the line of scrimmage, almost trying to force it to go somewhere. But with Latif, it's all about getting that roll off the fingers, getting that spin. And if he has that right arm movement, that ball can be zipped down the field. So that gives you that chance, like AG, like you were mentioning, if he's got to fit it inside his zone, once his defender gets in, past that first wave of defenders, he can get it in there relatively fast and try and beat the coverage, or Raff beat his defenders, when his receivers are down, man-to-man down the field. I think that's going to be a huge part of it. And the ball's going to be flying in Lincoln a lot more, even post Dylan Raiola, and that's their goal.
Yeah, and I look at it like this too. Is he loves Lincoln, but he also enjoys competition, because he could have easily have said, well, heck, if Raiola plays this year, Kalen redshirts next year, and that puts me, and that he says, nope, I want to come in for that competition. That means a ton to me. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see him get to Lincoln. In Nebraska, it's really starting to set up really nicely for Nebraska. Just, you're seeing that depth build everywhere. You're seeing a quarterback depth build that we didn't have it. Offensive line, defensive line. You're starting to see depth build in places where you're starting to see, like I've always said from the get-go, I felt like Coach Rule's had a plan. Since he's walked into the front door, he's had a plan. He stuck to his plan, and now you're starting to see things come to fruition. Now it just needs to be seen on the football field.
Raff, you took the thought right out of my head, which we do quite often. We've done this long enough together, because I was going to pose this question. You have Dylan Raiola, the top quarterback recruit in the country that commits. You got Danny Kalen, another a prime candidate. You already have Heinrich that's here, a slew of other quarterbacks. AG in 1994, when you came here, you committed. Lawrence Phillips, Clinton Childs, Damon Bidding, Jay Sims, Makovikas could have went either way. The old Joel. You have all those guys here. This reminds me. Obviously, we don't know what's going to take place with these quarterbacks right now.
Yeah, same thing. Like we didn't know what's going to take place with all the running backs.
Exactly. So when you see them commit here, knowing that we already have a slew of quarterbacks, do you echo what Raff says? You like that competitive mentality, where it's like, hey, as you always say, pull up.
Yeah,
I like that about it. Go ahead, man.
Yes, I do. I like that competitiveness about a player coming in. This is a 2-year. He's not here till next year, 2025. And so, it took me to the last second. I was the last scholarship coming in, but I knew it wasn't the fact that it was competition. It was other factors, family, friends, and other things I had to think about in terms of me coming in. But for him and any other player that commits at a time where they're at as a junior or a sophomore or something like that, they know what's going on. They know the room. And so competition is there, and they're not afraid of it. And so as a coach, having that player coming in, that they're going to come compete. And if they got to wait out their time, they will, because to them, because in my mindset was, I'm going to compete, but also I'll be getting better because I'll be able to watch them practice and play. Watching LP in front of me, watching Clinton Childs, watching Damon Benning and all the veterans, Jay Sims, even the fullbacks, Jeff and Joel Makovica, Brian Schuster later on, watching those guys go at their jobs in college, even though this is more of a play for fun at the college level. At that time, we still were like looking at each other and like, all right, I like that move, I'm gonna try that out, or I like that effort, I like that technique he had on that block, how he caught the ball and was able to get his eyes upfield, make the first guy miss. Those things I would watch and get mental reps on, and then go copycat it once I got my time in on the field. So that's what TJ or any other quarterbacks can do to one another. They could watch film together. They could watch each other make a great play, make a bad play, then also learn from those bad plays. You're going to learn from the worst stuff out there. Then you're going to learn from the best plays, the best throws that you get out there. So taking that information, and this kid here looking at TJ, having a couple other things, quiet feet in the pocket. When you see him at the top of his drop, his feet are not moving all the way. He's upfield reading and waiting for a receiver to get open. And as soon as a receiver gets open, like Josh mentioned, he snaps the ball to that receiver. And then the progression, the smartness of knowing when and where to throw the ball for his receivers. He's only throwing it to a place. I used to hear Coach McCarthy say this to Aaron and Brett when he first got to Green Bay. Hey, if you throw it to a receiver, make sure no one else can catch it but our receiver. That means either throw it out of bounds or throw it to a place where only our guy can catch it. And seeing that for a high school player is very special. So knowing that coming in, Coach
Matt Rule and I think what's his name, Setterfield, knowing that he's going to be coming in with a competitive mindset, it's going to be something good for that room.
One of the most intriguing guys we've had, and it's David Sanders Jr. He was the guy out of Charlotte, North Carolina, offensive tackle, 6'5", 275. He was here this past weekend. Said he enjoyed the trip here. Here's what's kind of the background on him. Twitchy, explosive, jumbo athlete who looks like one of the top offensive tackles in 2025 cycle early on. 6'5". Raff, I think he's 285 at this point now.
6'5", 285. And he's jumps back and forth between the number 1 and number 2 player in the country.
Yeah, as an offensive tackle, as an OT. David Sanders, and he's literally has over 100 offers right now from around the country. Over 100 offers. Georgia, Clemson, Bama, Tennessee, Ohio State, of course, Michigan, you name it. They're recruiting this young man right now. Enjoyed his trip here. Raff and AG, you both said, and Josh, you poked on it as well. Nebraska is starting to at least get visits even from guys of this caliber. Where in years past, it was like maybe a Zoom call or something of that nature. Now these guys are actually coming here and saying, hey, I like what I see. And I guarantee you the finishing of that new tunnel hallway, tunnel walkway, that walkway definitely helps you as far as recruiting. They see that new weight room. They see the practice facilities. They see Nebraska is definitely on the upward cycle as far as trending. Again, we don't know yet because there hasn't been a game played yet, but they're liking what they're seeing. You guys, what does that say about Nebraska just to get these guys to come to campus, to where before it was a little tough to get a 4 or 5 star for sure to come here and give serious consideration to playing at Nebraska?
Well, I just have one thing rolling through my head the entire time. Relationships matter.
Yes. Yes.
Relationships matter. And that David Sanders, it's pretty wild that he had already named his top 6 schools. Nebraska was not in his top 6 schools, and that they're able to even get him to get an official visit, even to visit Lincoln. That's huge kudos to Nebraska and everybody that worked to get him here. So I say relationships matter.
Relationships matter. Absolutely. What about you, AG? They haven't even come to consider it after the guy is, like I said, he has over 100 offers. To consider coming to Nebraska, how big is that?
It's huge, man. Making those connections. Once you get in touch with a recruit, you start talking to him first or her, then parents, and then the coach that he or she's coming from. When you're doing that, you're making, and then you're staying in contact, constant, constant communication, if it through text messages, because now between cell phones and all the tech out there, a coach can connect to a player any sorts of way, between the Zoom, between the text, between the DMs on X or Instagram, and then following up with players when you find out they accomplish a milestone, they graduate high school, they get academic All-American or something like that, and you come in, hey, good job, congratulations. And when you do that as a coach, you're cultivating that relationship that Raff had mentioned. And once you do that, then you create something within that player that knows, okay, this is something more than just football that they want me there for. He wants to make sure you start to feel and understand that, okay, this coach wants me to not only get better as a player, but he wants me to get better as a human being, because he's caring about, he's talking to my mom and dad, he's always checking in with them. And that's something between what Coach Osborne and Coach Solis did, and so a few other colleges did in the recruiting process, talking to my parents a lot. And once I say, if all the coaches that I had recruited me, it was the one coach, Coach Osborne, that came to the house. Obviously, it was an easy drive. Not far from here, but other coaches, if they were really serious, they would have made that flight in to come sit down in my living room to talk to my mom and dad and talk to myself, to let them know how serious they were about recruiting me. And Coach Osborne did that. And for myself, I say for my mom, like I mentioned before, my mom was like, you're going to Nebraska. And I'm like, hold up, Mom. I got 4 more visits. But she's like, no. Yeah, after you're done with all, you do your visits, you're going to Lincoln. And I'm like, all right.
It'll be interesting to see too, with David Sanders, if the interest was there, he enjoyed his trip. If he comes out, he changes his top 6 and maybe puts Nebraska in that top 6 now. What does the Nebraska coaching staff, the Nebraska recruiting staff have up their sleeve? We saw what they did with Grant Bricks, where they sent the semi out there.
Yeah.
It's always fun to see, what do they have to maybe push Nebraska over the top? So it'll be cool to watch the next couple months, see how that.
And I'll say this: what you just said something, Chris. What do they have? Well, right now, what they have is they're stating facts of what they're going to do, and they're showing it through their gameplay, through the gameplay of the players. So what they came in and what AD's talked about, Matt Rule had a game plan coming in here, just like you would think any high functioning coach would. That game plan is now starting to take fruition between the last two, off seasons now, from the first one to now, and then also season of gameplay has gotten progressively better. And then you get a kid like Dylan Raioli, and then you get other recruits that already are thinking about coming in. And now everybody is like, oh man, it's like, oh, that's the school now. Things are moving. People are moving. Oh, I know that kid, this Latif kid. He did this. I played against. Then you're like, okay, And then so when you see that movement happen, that's what they're doing. And then telling guys there's no secret sauce. The secret sauce is just telling the player the truth. Hey, you got to come in here. You got to work. You got to earn your position, and we're going to win games. We're going to do it together, though. When you tell that to a player, most players like to hear that because you don't want to sugarcoat it with making it sound like a Hollywood movie and all that. No, just tell me what it is. Okay, I'm going to be the 5th on the depth chart. No problem. I'll work my way up. Good players don't, like I said, don't fear that. And that's what Latif, that's where my mindset was, because I knew what I was coming into. It was 5 guys in front of me, most likely all going to get drafted. I got to wait my time. And you know what? This team has already won a national title at that time. Maybe I can maybe be a part of another one. Maybe, that was the mindset, because it was all about competition and working together as a team to do it.
AG, it's the, you think about right now, you love a kid to where, like, you're talking about Raiola, your recruits become your recruiters.
Yep.
Exactly.
Your recruits become your recruiters because they can have way more access than your coaches can ever have with them, through text messages and, online, snapping each other. Hey, this is what we doing today, dog. This be you. Yep. This could be you. So it's crucial. But first of all, you got to get the recruits to become recruiters, which we've got that right now, and recruiting's come kind of like, asking somebody to homecoming. Raff, to your point, what are they going to come out with next?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What are the next? What are they going to do with next? Go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, I feel like, this kind of ties a little bit into what AG was saying, but this comes down to taking risks, right?
Mm-hmm.
The big time guys want to see you take risks. Life's full of risks. Football is full of it too.
Right.
You saw what Dylan Raiola gave up, right? He gave up the Ohio State spot. He gave up his spot at Georgia to come here. That kind of, tells these big time players, okay, something is going on here. If they're willing to give up this, if they're willing to give up that to come here, take Danny Kaelin. He probably could have gone somewhere else and played, but he wants to be
Missouri
here.
Committed. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Missouri.
So that's something to think about. Even look last year, MJ Sherman came from Georgia.
Yeah.
He could have stayed there.
Yep.
He could have been part of a chance to be part of an SEC title game. And obviously, they didn't in no playoff, but people are starting to do this. And this comes back to Trey Palmer, all these guys. The culture's changing, and it's because everyone sees the risks that these high-profile guys are taking. And if you're willing to take that risk and come here and start a new culture, something's brewing, and it's happening fast.
Something that good friend of me and Raff's, one of the owners of Capital Cigar Lounge here, Tony Goins, wrote a book a couple years ago that says Something's in the Water. Wrote a book called Something in the Water. He's talking about Nebraska as far as business and commerce, etc. There's something in the water that's going on right now with Nebraska recruiting. Obviously, we don't know yet, but there is something in the water to lure these guys here to at least come and sample and take at least a sip of the water to see what's going on, to come to the creek here at Nebraska as far as recruiting. So, like we said earlier, Raff, a couple years, got to keep planting the seed, man. Got to keep planting the seed.
And like, he even talked about it. Coach Rowe talked about it when he got here. He said, when we were recruiting at the Baylors, and the Temples, and the places like that, we thought we did a pretty good job. But then when you take that Nebraska emblem and put it on our chest,
it's big.
Wait until you see us with that on our chest. And that's kind of what you're seeing now. I mean, it's a little bit different from those times because you have that NIL thing, the bugaboo of the NIL. But you see it happening. And I love Nebraska for the way they're going after some of those big name players, David Sanders Jr. But then there's those players that they're finding under the radar, that they're finding late at night. And then all of a sudden you look 2 months down the road and then you see all the other teams jumping on board of what Nebraska found. So I like that they're being innovative in the chance that
they're being proactive.
Not only are they following the crowd to these great players, but they're finding these players. So I enjoy, just the plan and just the way they're going about it down there.
Quick question for AG, and we'll dive back some after the break. But AG, Corey, good morning to you, man. Corey, real fast, Chase B, real quick before we go to AG. Chase B, good morning to you, brother. He just happened to turn on the radio. We said, they've been dating each other. I think he said since junior high.
Since
junior high.
So she's seen her share of hockey games.
Absolutely. For almost 6 years. Congrats to you, Chase B. 2 years right again. AG, Corey's got a question for you. Good morning, Corey. Goes, I guess I'm trying to, let me see. AG, you were obviously a stud out of college, but were you on the depth chart when you first got into the league, or did they give you the range right away? I guess I'm trying to correlate recruiting coming in should never assume they will get the lead. If they are serious about the pros, would be the same way and shouldn't shy away from competition. Go ahead on that, AG.
100%. No, I was low on the depth chart. I was 3rd round pick out of Nebraska, right? And going into Seattle, they had just signed Ricky Waters, who was a Super Bowl champion from Philadelphia at that time, but a Super Bowl champion with the 49ers. So they signed him as the franchise back. Myself, they actually drafted 2 running backs, myself and Michael Black from Washington State University that played with Ryan Leaf. So we were coming in as incumbents. We were coming in as basically who are going to be the backups to Ricky Waters because he's getting paid all the money. And so regardless of my gameplay in practice and preseason, which I had a fantastic rookie year in preseason ball, and, come regular season and most of the season, I had my teammates at Cortez Kennedy and Mike St. Clair asking me, hey, Rook, why you ain't starting? I'm like, I don't know. If y'all want to go and talk to the coaches, go be my guest. I'm not. I want to keep my job. I'm doing good right where I'm at in special teams. So it's more of a business at that stage. And at that time, coaches, even though they knew who they probably needed to be put in the position, they had to go with who was making the most money at the position. So it wasn't a talent thing at the NFL level then. Sometimes it goes down that road. Back at that time, 100%, but now the times have changed, and so it was more of a still make my time. I made my bank on special teams. I made a name for myself then, and then once I started mid-season, they noticed my special team play. Then they's like, you know what? Let's get them on there on the offensive side of the ball. I started being the 3rd down back, so I started coming in on 3rd downs only, and if the ball converted, if we converted the 1st down, which I think I led the league in 3rd down conversion rates for running backs around 70% between running the ball, catching the ball out of the backfield. I became that now a vital weapon. And so then I'm out there a little bit more come mid-season on my rookie year, and then 2nd year, a little bit more carries. But it was all about that experience, getting that time in, learning obviously how to play special teams a little bit different, a little bit better. And it just mentally, built up that strength to understand that, this thing is sometimes not the way it's going to go for you. But you just keep working and grinding, you get where you need to be.
Love it. Awesome. Love it.
All right. We will throw the break. Yeah. Throw the break. All right. We will throw the break. It's the Drive. 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Hi, this is State Senator Carolyn Bosden. Education is a cornerstone to building a strong, vibrant community. I voted for the historic increase in funding for education in the legislature. As a state senator, wife, and mom, I believe Lincoln is a great place to work and raise a family. My husband Reggie and I are local business owners and understand the valuable role of education in our community. This is Carolyn Bosden, and I am asking for your vote on May 14th, paid for by Bosden for Legislature.
Do you need motivation to get to the gym on the weekend or even in general? Tune into the Movement Hour each Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. Movement Academy owner Robert Kuhlman will host the show as he introduces new ways to stay in shape. The Movement Hour every Saturday morning from 10 to 11 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Doane University, we build leaders, and that means your success and achievements come first.
At Doane University, your future is uniquely yours. And our world-class liberal arts education is just the beginning.
We invite you to schedule your campus visit and experience why Doane University will start you on your journey to your future career.
Learn more by scheduling your personal campus visit today at doan.edu/visit. See you soon.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's home service ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial to residential to agricultural storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
Do you love turning wrenches? Are you looking for a new career path? Acres Equipment has the opportunity for you. The Acres Fast Track program trains you to become a John Deere certified technician in just 12 months. In the Fast Track program, you'll earn full-time wages along with incredible benefits, free tools in a toolbox, plus free comprehensive health insurance and an awesome retirement plan. Visit acres.com/careers to learn more about this exciting opportunity. Hurry, space is limited, so apply today and fast track your career. Acres is the equal opportunity employer.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations. Guess what?
What?
There's 5 Lincoln locations now. Oh my gosh. That's 25% more Lincoln locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11th, located right alongside 93.7 The Ticket Studios, 1040 O Street.
Grandma and Grandpa, Mom and Dad, then the kids, and now the grandkids. Judson Irrigation has provided lawn sprinkler system design, installation, repair, and service to 4 generations. They're just like members of the family. Loyalty, trust, service. It's what you deserve and expect from Judson Irrigation.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Have a passion for the outdoors? Nebraska Game and Parks is seeking seasonal teammates. Work in scenic state parks, contribute to vital research projects, and care for our natural spaces. Seasonal staff assist with special events, provide customer service to outdoor enthusiasts, and make a difference for conservation. Join the adventure at outdoornebraska.gov. Apply online today.
Paid for by Nebraska Game and Parks. Aired in cooperation with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is area race announcer James Rowland. Join me and Bree Fansteel every Sunday night from 7 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket for the Finish Line, where we cover all things motorsports from local racing to racing around the world. Every Sunday night from 7 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday. It's beautiful outside. NBA basketball last night. We had some games take place.
A lot of them. I tell you what, man. I know we keep saying this, fellas, but I sure wish NBA basketball was played like this all year round.
True that.
You know what I'm saying, AG? I just was scratching my head last night when I was watching, just like, why couldn't it be like this all the time? You know, and I understand. I mean, I don't understand this part. I understand load management part, but just like, man, it's just good basketball to watch right now, man.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, you got the team waking up and realizing, like, you know what? If we don't play the way we should, we'll be going home, or as they say, I said this the other day, going fishing, down the Bahamas somewhere, which is not a bad thing. You know, I wouldn't mind taking a few of those trips down there to get some salmon or something.
Hey, but you know what, AG? It's the same note, but some of those guys, I remember talking to a few of my buddies that played in the league, you know, NFL in particular, and you could probably concur with this with some of the guys you played with, obviously not saying names or anything like that. But my man told me, he goes, AD, some of these cats are not upset we lost the game. They upset because we ain't got no more checks and they spent all their doggone money.
Yes, facts.
You know
Facts, unfortunately. Yeah, facts, unfortunately. Yes, guys not understanding the time management, not understanding that. I say a lot of fans probably don't know this, but I say now NFL players, I don't know about NBA, but I know NFL players now, they can request to get paid out through 12 months instead of out through 6 months. So when I was playing, we only got paid during the season.
16 weeks out of the year.
Right. We got paid during the season once a month or twice a month, depends on the team. But that was it. And then if we lose we don't make it to the playoffs, that means January, February, March, April, May now, you're sitting there floating. And if you've been a check-to-check person, then you gotta buckle down. And some guys I knew were going out and finding part-time jobs because of the fact that overspending, not understanding that once that paycheck stops in January, because we're not going to the playoffs, which we weren't as Seahawks, then it's going to be some things you got to figure out what's more important. So
man.
That's a thing you got to learn as an early pro back in the 90s. Now it's different. You can request to say, hey, can you spread my checks over the 12-month calendar year? So then things come out a little bit better. Then you know exactly from taxes, everything you got to plan for. And there's no plan for off season. Now you just budget it how you should budget it throughout the year.
Absolutely. That's always stuck with me, AG. With talking to some of my buddies, you know, some guys that you would know as well. It's like, AD, some of these cats ain't pissed that we lost the game per se. They pissed because they got to figure out how they gonna make ends meet the next couple months because they were just blowing them checks, you know, so fast. You know, not considering the taxes and et cetera on there. So anyway, back to the NFL. What we got here, you guys. I mean, in NFL, NBA, the games that took place last night. Of course, you had the Celtics took care of business. I think Cleveland is in serious trouble right now, down 3-1. The Mavericks are down, actually tied up right now. You guys, I didn't watch much of the Boston-Cleveland game. I was watching The Voice. Big shout out to my boy Brian Olsen, Lincoln's own Brian Olsen. I've known Brian. Work. Yeah, I've known him for a long time. AG, he's the dude on The Voice. If you look up, he's from Lincoln, Nebraska.
Oh, okay.
And I've known Brian for a lot of years.
Check him out.
Yeah, just a good dude. In fact, they did hometown visits on the show last night. So they pictured him down at Memorial Stadium on the field. They pictured the airing that was at the Bourbon Theater right down the street from here. So Brian is just a salt of the earth dude, man. So I didn't watch that first game, but Boston took care of Cleveland down 3-1. Are you guys, first of all, I'm surprised that Cleveland got one game because it kind of skated in the first place. And Boston is just on a different level, in my opinion. Get you guys input on that.
I will say this for the Cavs. I know they were defeated last night. However, they went in there without 46% of their offensive scoring because Donovan Mitchell sat out the game last night.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So they
injured?
Yeah.
Calf. He has a calf.
Oh,
so, I mean, that they were able to hang as close as what they did last night. I was impressed. I mean, they went out there and fought, but I just going into the game, you're like, well, I don't think they're going to have enough for the Celtics, but they stuck in it longer than I thought they were going to. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Tatum led him with 33 points last night. AG Tatum, in my opinion, AG has been a guy he's quietly done this for a lot of years now, and he's really not that old. I think it's his 6th year in the league or something like that, 7th year in the league. He hasn't been in the league that long.
He's a kid.
He's just a kid still. But you look at a team like Boston, AG. Do you see this team basically coming out the East?
They could come out the East, and right now, reason why they can is because of the team and the way it's built from the foundation up. They got Brown, they got Tatum, and they have the role players that come and support those two guys, because those two guys that I mentioned, those are the guys that's going to they know how to make points. They know how to dribble drive. They know how to shoot from the perimeter. And so now the other players just grab rebounds, play defense, and do their job there. That's why. But then to finish the deal, though, because they've been getting the conversation winning it all. And so I think right now, what I believe with the Celtics roster is they have to believe it themselves, right? The media, all the casters talk about how Celtics is the top seed. They should dominate the East, which they can. But you saw in this game, even without Donovan Mitchell, even without Jared Allen, Cleveland is still right in the game. They only lose by 7, right? And so the difference in that game is Donovan Mitchell has been put in 30, 40-point games. So if he's playing this game, this might be another victory for the Cleveland Cavaliers. So Boston just has to believe that they are that team. They have 64 wins. 64 wins, this doesn't happen because you have good players. It happens because you have good players, you have a good coaching staff, and you have the role players that come into play. And 27-14, away from home. Those records, of their season is not by mistake. It's because they have the roster, and they just got to believe in themselves now in the playoff push right here, and to say, you know what, let's flip this switch, get done with these Cavaliers, and get ready for whoever's going to come out the West. And they have to have that mentality, and I think that's where Tatum, as you talked, he's quietly done and have a great career quietly, but he has to make statements. He has to become that person that smells blood in the water in terms of the series and end it for Cleveland Cavaliers, because they cannot be this close without their 2 best players on the court, because those guys come back, even if this Donovan comes back, because a calf is an iffy injury. But if he's on that roster, it's a difference. So, they got to flip that switch and say, hey, we are the team from the East. We need to be in the World Championship. So stop playing around and go get this victory.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartly, AG. Tatum has got to become an assassin. I mean, he's got to become to the point to where it becomes, I think Reggie Miller said it last week when he was discussing Halliburton. He goes, he's got to become more selfish. And I think Tatum runs in that same veins. Out of the West, you got the Thunder versus the Mavericks, which was a heck of a game because the Mavericks were down for a little bit, going into the fourth quarter and battled back in. But, man, SGA, Raff, he's on a different level right now, man.
He did his thing, got her done. It counted for
34 points last night, 8 rebounds, 5
he
assists,
had some
2 steals, 2
crazy
blocks.
stat where he had either assist or a score in like the final 20 points or something like that. That was pretty incredible. He took over the game, got that done. Now it's crazy. It's like you go out and you work or not. I'm talking about Luka now. Like
Josh was talking about Luka earlier too. Absolutely,
Luke is battling. Like he's got injuries. He's beat up. But now his statistics aren't looking that great. Now people are starting to Luka's got to play better. He's just been horrible this year. But it's like, how many of these guys would probably be sitting out right now to what he's going through? So it's just like I understand where his statistics aren't there, but you see him going out there. He's a warrior. He's going out there. He's putting it out for his teammates where he probably should maybe take a day or 2 off to rest. But
fellas, look at this though. I mean, 18 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 steals, 1 blocks. I mean, that's not a bad night.
Well, that's just finding ways to be successful in different areas.
For a normal person.
When your actual game, his main game, which is scoring, isn't working. And you're starting to, now I know he's been in the league since the 1920 season, but you're starting to get a true veteran out of this guy, right? A guy that knows that he doesn't just need to score. He's making everyone better around him. And obviously we've mentioned it on previous shows over the past couple weeks about his his duo with Kyrie Irving, how they can bounce off each other.
Right.
But this is, he missed, so what? He missed the 2-game tying free throws last night. But the fact that Dallas is in a position to compete every night against a team that has arguably been the best team, one of the best teams in the NBA this year, that says a lot about Luka, and especially, obviously the injuries he's battling right now. But AD, I had a question for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander last night. What were his free throw stats? I was wondering if he had those pulled up.
Free throws, he was, let's see here. Free throws, man. Let me get here. Don't know what his free throws were.
Yeah, because the big thing with Shai is just his ability to draw a lot of fouls.
He drew a lot of fouls.
Exactly.
But overall, as far as free throws, though, go as far as percentage, though, I'm trying to see here. Free throws. I mean, they were 96%, man. 23 of 24. 23 of 24. You ain't lose many games when you're shoot 96% free throws. Now contrast that to Dallas at 52%, 12 of 23.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So they took
That's
care
a
of business.
problem.
Absolutely. Tonight's games we got real fast. And AJ got another question before we had the break real quick here, man. Tonight's games, you have at 7 o'clock, you got the Pacers versus the Knicks. The series is tied at 2-2. I know Rico is they've got to get something done because they got beat like they stole something the other night. And then you got the Nuggets, of course, at 9:30 playing Timberwolves. They're in Denver. The series is tied at 2-2, so we'll definitely have some breakdowns for you there. Before we go to break, the Law, good morning. He goes, AG, did you get a third-round grade coming out of college? You would have been a high on the Heisman list had you come back. Just curious why you decided to leave early.
Oh, it was something that, two things. Was one, I felt I physically was ready, but then the other factor was I was told a falsity, basically, that I would go late first round, early second round. So though knowing that information then, I thought it was a good decision to do that then, but I was misguided, and I had to, then learn early as a professional. Sometimes you make good decisions, sometimes you make bad decisions, but either way, you got to roll with that decision. And it was trust me, it was a tough feeling knowing that I went later in the round when I knew probably I could have stayed at school, but it was something now I have fully committed because once I signed with an agent, my college eligibility was over. So it was no going back. And then right there, I had to become a pro.
Yeah. And AJ, I would say you did a heck of a job at it, brother, for sure.
Did good,
12, did very well. 12 in the league.
Appreciate you.
Leading Congress rusher.
Yes. He didn't make lemonades out of lemons, man. He made a doggone special.
Yeah, I made a margarita. That's what I made.
12-year case in it too.
All right.
I made a lemonade margarita. That's what I made out of that.
We're gonna throw it to break. This is the Drive, man. If you win 7 the ticket.
Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. It's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. And with Stern's commitment to customer service for the past 40 years, you know you have a partner to help support your operations for years to come. Contact Roger at Stern Company by calling 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
Have a passion for the outdoors? Nebraska Game and Parks is seeking seasonal teammates. Work in scenic state parks, contribute to vital research projects, and care for our natural spaces. Seasonal staff assist with special events, provide customer service to outdoor enthusiasts, and make a difference for conservation. Join the adventure at outdoornebraska.gov. Apply online today.
Paid for by Nebraska Game and Parks. Aired in cooperation with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from the program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 o'clock on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, some patchy fog possible this morning. Otherwise, we'll see sunny skies and a high around 77. Tonight, a chance of showers, otherwise mainly clear with the low near 54. And tomorrow, a chance of showers and storms throughout the day. See a high around 72. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Hey, he looked as advertised. He looked really good in the spring game. And because of that, we're going back to a bowl game this year, is what Husker fans are telling them. So I think the fans have a more realistic perspective, and I think this coaching staff has done a really good job of handling Dylan Raiola and the expectations around him.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. This segment is proudly sponsored by Boyle's Italian Grill, 14th Pine Lake Road, just south Lincoln Southwest High School. Great friends, great moments. Get to FlorialsNE.com. All right, the next 8 texters, if you text in right now, you can get Final Four Supernovas tickets for tomorrow night.
Yep, the Final Four is tomorrow night.
Final Four tomorrow night. So all you got to do is just text in and say how many tickets you want. You can have between 1 and 4 tickets. So text in your name, your phone number,
and how many tickets you want, and you can get Supernovas tickets, Final Four in Omaha, game on. So text in right now. So there you go. Free tickets.
Let's do that RGT. We'll do it quick so we can get out to the ballpark for Nick. That's going to be calling the state high school baseball championships there at Warner Park. Raff, what you got, my man?
All right, everybody. Today's Raff's Good Take goes out to my friend Rachel Janis. Rachel passed away 4 years ago. She had breast cancer, fought just an amazing fight. Just what she did, how upbeat she was, just the person she was. I just want to throw it out today because it's her birthday today, and I just wanted to let her kids know, Hadley, Cooper, and Macklin, that your mom is still thought about every day. I got her shirt on, Love Like Rachel today. Yeah. One of the best people that I've ever met, and I just wanted to say happy birthday, Rachel. You're amazing. Just the way you were, even in college, you just so positive, so amazing. So happy birthday, Rach. Hope you have a great day. Your Raff's Good Take.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Happy birthday to Rach. The AD Attitude Adjustment is sponsored by Integrated Life Choices. ILC is hiring for direct support professionals all over the state of Nebraska, full-time, part-time, days, evenings, and weekends. Help ensure a meaningful life for the people you support and help them achieve their hopes and dreams. Apply at ilc.net/careers. Folks, the thing I want to share with you today about the attitude adjustment is understand this. I didn't come in yesterday. I'm not going to get too deep into it, but a very close friend of mine, Torrance Banks, Raff, gave the RG to him on Monday. Go back since grade school. It doesn't seem real. Ryan Hutzel being gone for 2 weeks doesn't seem real. And so they call this, you guys, cumulative grief. It just accumulates, and you do your best to deal with it. But it's been brutal. But I was like, I'm coming to the show today because it's just therapeutic to be with my guys, man. Therapeutic to be with my guys. Heart definitely aches for the losses, like many of their family and their friends, etc. But I will say this, though, and it feels like, man, sometimes you go through things, God has a purpose. You don't understand it at the time, but I told myself I'm gonna grieve wisely, the best I can, and not go into a shell. Raff, I love you, appreciate you. AG, love you, little bro. Nick, there's listening. Josh, appreciate you, love you, man. But grieving isn't a one and done situation. It's a journey. Grieving is not one and done. It's a journey. And so it seemed like I've been on this journey for a long time, but I'm appreciative of my counselor that I've been seeing to avoid making mistakes I've made in the past when I've grieved. And I'm just not going to go there again. I'm not going to do that. And I want you to understand, folks, you don't have to grieve alone. There are resources. There is help out there that you can get help. It doesn't make you weak to get help. AG made it in 12 years because in the pros, because he got help, trainers, nutritionists, good coaches, family support, wife, family, kids. None of us get through this thing alone. So it's okay to need some help. There's no one and done when it comes to grief, man. So appreciate y'all. Again, thoughts and prayers to the Hutzels and the Banks family, man.
Awesome. I can't say anything else. That's amazing. So, Josh, Nick's saying
we're gonna go right to Nick.
Throw right to him. Yep, throw right to him. This has been The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket. Have a great day. Be nice to each other.
This is Tal Anderson Field. Appreciate AD, Raff, and Ahman Green, Josh Little throwing things back at the studio. Appreciate them. We're going to get things going on the stream here in just a couple of minutes. But for now, just listening to us over the audio, this is high school baseball. We're live at Tal Anderson Field. Had to bring it right to it because we got started a little bit early today, and we